And we can't go into election without these issues being resolved. So if nothing is done until Friday, we are going to have a national shutdown of all the three entities. It's the minister's office, we are going to NSFAF, as well as Bank Windhoek. So we are just going to walk in those banks. They'll think it's a very busy day. The customers are well, but we are not going to leave those banks. So just to show them that we are serious and we are not prepared to be sold dreams by politicians.
This is the threat issued by the SUN leadership on Wednesday at a media briefing. However, the call on students to come out in their hundreds for the national shutdown failed, as only a few turned up at the institutions around the country to participate in the action. SUN Secretary-General Bernard Karau ascribed the poor turnout to students writing exams and also to ineffective mobilization by the leadership. Ahead of the SUN media briefing, NANSO, the opposition to the new union, had an ad hoc meeting with NSFAF where it was decided that students would be receiving $10,000 or less as from Monday, with the remaining balance to be settled later. However, the rival student movement rejected this and instead demanded that the non-tuition fee, amounting to $21,600 for non-boarding students and $17,000 for hostel students, be made towards the students' accommodation, food, transport and other expenses. On its part, NSFAF says the priority now is to settle tuition fees first, as the funds are not enough.
Which one is the better evil between the two, given what is being availed to us, what we have? Do we allow them to write to attend class and write the exam? I think that is a better evil than us paying non-tuition fee and then there's nothing for them to and then they are not allowed to write exam or attend classes.
SUN is also accusing NSFAF of using a non-approved draft policy, which is allegedly discriminating against mature age entry students.
The fact is they are using a draft policy to mistreat students, to treat them like they are not Namibian. It's fact, it's the truth, and we can even provide a list of students who have qualified with a level 5 and they are rejected. We can provide a list of mature age entry students who have applied from private institutions and they are rejected.
But Kandume says the policy is not discriminatory and it's no longer applicable to private institutions, as some students colluded with private colleges to exploit the fund. Mature age students at public institutions are still being funded, and NSFAF opposed the claims that the policy was unilaterally changed by the fund. Kandume said it has been approved by the Line Ministry, the board and student organizations that represented students at the time of consultations. Frances Shahama, NBC News, Windhoek.